Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to another live stream.
It's live now.
It's just happening. I gotta log in here. I'm way behind. I'm trying to get logged into my on here so I can manage, because we don't have our manager with us. Isaiah's not here with us. Hello.
It's just gonna be the parents tonight.
Hi, Peachy and Logan and Hannah and Matthew and Tsukami and Sim and Bethany and Gavin.
A. Martinez.
All right, let me get set up. Yeah, so we're going to do a Q&A tonight, guys. Answer some questions for you. We've had a lot of really good questions lately. And
already a hashtag Team Asa.
Right? And we need to answer some of those questions. We need to make sure that we're doing that. Because there are some big ones in the comments. And, we want to make sure that we're answering guys' questions. It's just important. It's important.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still getting set up here. Priscilla, if you see any questions come up.
You both look so thin. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We ended
weight
our
loss challenge.
We ended our challenge Sunday. So we sent in our results. We're waiting to hear back. But we're going to continue eating healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited. We feel good. And yeah. Thank you guys for all the sweet comments.
I apparently need technical assistance in here. So Isaiah normally does this. I don't know why it says offline. Isaiah!
What does your shirt say?
Get some help. My shirt says I'm vlogging this. Get some technical assistance.
Why don't we see your service dog working with your daughter anymore? So Maverick, we still have Maverick, and he's still a service dog. But Abigail's needs have changed. The older she gets, just like any child, her needs are changing. And so Maverick needs more training. So we need to find someone to help us get that training that he needs. So that's why we don't use him all the time.
I have never done this before.
Okay.
As far as monitoring, how do you get there? Because it just says offline.
Go to.
Because I'm in Creator Studio, so do I need to go to my regular channel?
Yeah. Okay. Hi guys.
He's busy doing homework tonight. That's why he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you love my earrings. Thank you. My dad bought these for me a few years ago.
It used to be a lot easier when we had less people watching. There was less.
Okay, now
scrolling.
what?
Okay, now go to the video.
What?
The live video. Go to the live video.
There is no live video.
Scroll down.
Oh.
Dad doesn't know how to YouTube.
I don't know how to YouTube, guys. Oh, wait a sec. Oh. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Now we're rolling. Outstanding. All right, cool.
Thanks,
now we're up and running.
Yeah, but you can make it full screen if you want.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye, guys. I'm going to go do history now.
All right, so some of the questions that we had preloaded that we definitely wanted to cover. Some big ones, and I do want to stick to kind of like big questions.
Yeah.
For this one, we've done like, Abby's 12, Isaiah's 15. He's gonna be 16 in like 12 days, which means Dad's gonna be 36 in 14 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big birthdays coming up, guys.
Yep. But so that's how old we are. Priscilla is 27, and
I don't care. I'm 36. I'm happy to be 36. Asa doesn't want to age. I don't mind.
I don't want to get older. But so you guys know all the small little details, all the fine points, all the little questions. So we're gonna go after some big ones. So if you have big questions, let us know. One of them that keeps reoccurring is Abigail's future.
Yeah.
So we definitely want to talk about that. Our plans for Abby's future, what our dreams, what we see, and you guys know I talked about that 2 videos ago. Just what our goal is, with fathering autism. But as far as where Abigail will be in the future, for a very long time, she's going to be with us. We plan on having some form or factor depending on her needs and where she's at developmentally. We would love to have like an in-law suite, where she has her own place,
Yep.
where she can live as independently as possible, have her people come in and help her. Of course, we would help her, whatever she needs at that time. But we want her to be around family for as long as possible. If we find a place that's suitable for her, and that's the better option, then we'll go with that.
For Abigail, she is at Jacksonville School for Autism. And the nice thing about that school is that she can stay there for as long as we want her to stay there. They have a 28-year-old there. So they have a vocational program at that school, which is really amazing. So she'll be able to stay there. They do a garden program there. They go out in the community and work at different places. So she's going to be there for a very long time. But like Asa said, we don't, it is not in our future that Abigail will be anywhere but with us. Of course, if something changes, Abigail School is also working on a full lifespan model. And so that's where they want to build like a community to where the students and adults live on the campus and then they work within the campus. So we're hoping to be a part of that. And that is our goal for Abigail at this point. So yeah, that's where we're at with that.
Yeah, that's our plan with it. We'll see how that moves forward with Abigail School. That looks really awesome. Really excited about the future there. Teddy Bear 1287 asks, what training does Maverick need? What would you like him to do? Also, are some students at Abby School nonverbal? And thank you, Teddy Bear, for the super chat. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
It means so much to us. You guys' support. Okay, so the training that Maverick needs, Abigail's needs right now. That was her running by. If you heard the
She's
footsteps.
awake.
She's a runner, for one. We always have the constant issue of her eloping, and if Abigail were to go lost, which I'm sure you guys have heard on the news, there's just way too many cases of children with autism, young people with autism, even adults that have gone missing. And one, we would like to train him to track her. Two, we would like to train him to intercept her, so he can keep her from eloping when she's in the behavior. So that's what we'd like him to do. Those are two big items. We would also like him to be able to assist her in her meltdowns and tantrums. But we don't know what route, because we don't know if she needs that. I think that might be more of a want for us than what she needs, because she self-regulates really, really well.
Yeah.
Okay, so most students at Abigail School nonverbal, would you say most?
I wouldn't say most. They have all different levels of autism at her school, though. This year they've started working with younger kids, and then they have like a social and academic classroom set up differently. And then Abigail's in the pre-vocational class. So basically what all the students in her classroom, let's see, I would say there's 6 students, and I think 4 are nonverbal. So her classroom, yes, they are nonverbal. So
yeah,
yep.
There's a good mix.
Get another.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Jason Love said hello. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Jason's another YouTuber.
You guys should check out Jason Love's channel. He's another dad that vlogs his autism life.
Okay. Yeah, he said it's one of his biggest fears of Frumpkin getting lost, for sure. Catherine, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you for the treat. We will enjoy a treat.
We are going to Servers for Autism in Jack's Beach this weekend for any of our local fans.
Mm-hmm.
We will be down there. Please feel free to come up and introduce yourselves. We'd love to meet some people and vlog you guys.
My chair was down, so you look taller.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, we would love to get you guys in the vlog if you are in the Jack's Beach area.
Yeah.
We'll be down there for SFA, so you can't miss us. It'll be the tent with the child with autism.
There's 200 kids with autism going to this event this weekend.
That's a stupid joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. I did see some questions pop up. Abbey School is a private school. Yeah,
Yes.
it is a not-for-profit private school.
Yep. And it goes from like ages 3, and like I said, the oldest right now is a 28-year-old. So all ages. We're not going to make the Fort Myers event. Isaiah has football that weekend, so we can't can't make it to Fort Myers. This will be our last event for the season. We do go trick-or-treating with Abigail. It's a lot of fun, and you guys are gonna get to see how Abigail trick-or-treats being nonverbal, and maybe we'll do it beforehand, maybe to try to show some people.
Yeah,
So if you
show
have
how
a
it works.
nonverbal child, I can't tell you yet. You're gonna have to watch a vlog and find out.
Yeah. We'll definitely show you guys how we do that, how we make that work, and you'll be able to use that trick as well. And people love it. I've said too much. Shh, shh. KZ Babs, you guys are seriously my favorite channel. But you guys are seriously our favorite fans. So you guys are amazing. You really, really are. You know how to show the love for sure. Hannah asked if we ever considered writing a book.
Asa probably would.
Yeah.
Asa started off blogging. He would write a blog about our life.
Yeah, it was abbiesdad.webs.com, and there's I don't know, a dozen stories and just stuff that happened, things that we came up against. Just like this channel, there's humor, there's tears, there's things that I've thought about, like the anger that I felt towards life, having a child with special needs, and then the happiness, and but it's fun. You guys should definitely check that out. I'll leave a link down below once this video is done uploading. So if you guys are interested, if not, that's fine too.
Someone asked about puberty and if we've prepared Abigail for puberty. So, without going into too many details, Abigail's 12.
Have we prepared Dad for puberty?
12 and a half. Abigail is in puberty. So that's all I'm going to say about that. If any moms need tips or dads need tips, please feel free to inbox us. I just don't want to put that out for everyone because I want to protect Abigail.
Sure.
So
yeah,
that's that.
So another big one that we've had. Hang on here. I gotta approve things here. If you guys put a lot of emojis on there, it hides your comments. Just so you know. Another question that we've had, I've had it come up a few times, and I've actually promised people that I would discuss it. So I wanted to make sure I did that. And I took a webinar on this just recently, but they asked about meltdowns, how we deal with meltdowns, and I took a webinar on it. Coincidentally, I was talking to another mom on Facebook, and she asked about it, and I said, well, I'll get back to you. I'm going to do a video, I promise. Well, then the very next day, we got a notice that there was a webinar happening that day. So I logged into the webinar, and I was a little surprised, by the outcome. So it's kind of, it's put on by ABA therapists. The principles behind ABA show there's no functional difference between tantrums and meltdowns. So they really focus more on tantrums than anything. One thing I'll tell you, that if your child is having a meltdown for the purpose of gaining access to something, for getting something, or to get out of something, then that's not a meltdown. That is a tantrum. That's a behavior. The difference between a meltdown and a tantrum, a good way to tell, is a tantrum is intentional. A meltdown is something that's triggered. Could be sensory input, could be social issues, things like that. Meltdown is out of control. A tantrum is in control. It's intentional. Tantrums can be curbed with curbing behavior, with changing behavior. So that's one thing I want to make sure, because I think as parents, I know I do, I'll call tantrums meltdowns. Like everything's a meltdown. It's always a meltdown. One thing I don't necessarily, I'm not on board with, is the whole they're the same, one and the same, because they're not. There are meltdowns, and meltdowns are major, and I believe that a tantrum can turn into a meltdown. If you have a child similar to Abigail, where they are nonverbal or semi-nonverbal or partially nonverbal, those tantrums can be just as bad as a meltdown, because they don't have any way of communicating. And it's our job to help them, because that tantrum is actually a version of communication. So, but if you guys have more questions on that, feel free to hit me up. Definitely on Facebook. We're always on there. Priscilla will direct me. She manages Facebook, but if she's like, this is a question for you,
Yeah, it's hard to answer. And you guys, I try to read the Facebook messages as soon as I see them pop up, but I'm not always available to answer them. So don't, if you don't get an answer right away, it's not that I'm skipping over it. I'm just, sometimes I want to process it and take it in and give you a good answer. I don't want to just ramble. So yeah, our PO box, we don't have a PO box, but we have a mailing address. Do you want to put that in the bottom, or do you want me to just say it?
Yeah, I'll put the mailing address in the link. So check this video afterwards, after it's done uploading, and I'll put it in the link. I'll put it in the live chat right now, so that you can have that if you want.
Does Abby have any talents? I mean, I think she's very talented. I don't know. I mean, she surfs. She's been surfing for 7 years. She, does music at school. She started on the piano, but that was a little too much for her. So she moved over to the xylophone. So, we got Maverick from a professional organization.
Yeah, Audrey asked if we've looked into getting. He did come from a professional organization. He was trained for Abigail's needs at the time.
The problem is that organization, he was like their pilot autism dog, and so they've moved on because they were a military family. So that's why that we're dealing with that.
Kiara, so this is a good example of the heavy hitters I'm talking about, guys. Kiara asked, do you guys believe that autism is a curse or a gift? It's a good question. It's a really good question. My answer is yes.
I
would never call it a curse.
I would never look at it as a curse.
No.
There are days that we struggle.
Yeah.
But there's days that everybody struggles with whatever you're dealing with. So autism or not, you're still going to have those days.
Right.
It's more difficult for Abigail on those days, but Abby is typically a happy child. So we're just trying to do the best we can as her parents to make her life easy. And I would never look at it as a curse. No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I somebody commented, does it have to be a curse or a gift? And I totally agree with that. No, it doesn't have to be one or the other. It's just life. So it's just what it's part of our life.
Yep.
That's all it is.
When Abby starts biting herself, we just try to redirect her to a chewy, and we try to block her because that's her major SIV that she tries to do, and it's just when she's frustrated. So we'll just try to block her arm and give her a different reinforcer to chew on.
This is a good question. I'm sorry, I lost who said it, and I apologize. I didn't see who said it, but what do we look for in an ABA therapist? There are two things that I look for specifically. I think Priscilla would agree with me because we talked about this before. I want someone that's stern, that's firm, decisive, and good at their job. But we want someone that is loving, because this is a person that spends a good amount of time with Abigail, and Abigail responds well to people that treat her like they like her. But
basically. Abby also needs someone who's stern, because she will walk all over you in a heartbeat. She will manipulate any situation.
I think a lot of kids are like that. Like, I think that's like a number one quality. Is not mean. I'm not, but definitely stern.
Abby has ABA every day. So the school that she goes to is an ABA-based school. So she goes 5 days a week. 3 days she has half-day classroom, half-day clinic. And then so she's in classroom for half a day and then in clinic. Clinic is ABA, and that's 1-to-1 ratio with an ABA therapist. 4 days a week, she has ABA at home for approximately 3 hours each day. But when we say ABA, it's not Abigail sitting at a table doing therapy. Like, if you guys have seen Abigail's ABA, if any of the videos, at school she does a lot of table tasks, but they also have her up in, like, we're working on making a bed and warming food in the microwave and folding laundry. So it's life skills. It's not just sitting at a table. So it's just factored in. It's your natural environment. So it might not look like therapy. It may not it's not like speech therapy or occupational therapy where you're just sitting there. So
Right. Let's see. Our Awesome Life asked, hello. Hi, guys.
hey, another great YouTube channel to
yeah,
go check out.
yeah.
Our Awesome Life.
They want advice on teeth grinding. We're dealing with this new stim, and redirecting is making her mad. Okay, so, and I picked that question actually because we had an issue, a stim, with gagging. And gagging and teeth grinding are two different things, but I think they're similar because they're dangerous for the child,
Mhm.
And we had to block her. There was no redirection. We can't simulate that stim, the feelings that she's getting from it. So we had to block her from doing it. But she would gag herself up to the point where she would vomit. So um, blocking it, that's a what do they call that in ABA, where they get rid of it completely?
Oh, extinguish.
Yeah. Yep.
Extinguish the behavior.
Yeah, that's because it is harmful to the child as far as that stemming behavior. So that's something that has to be, redirecting. It's going to make them mad, but that's all you can do. I mean, it's unfortunately.
Okay, so a couple of people have mentioned in the videos, oh, I heard Abby say this, or I heard Abby say that. And Abby is nonverbal. She's never said a word. So when you guys are hearing, she makes sounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be approximations. She does receive speech therapy, but it's from a speech pathologist, not a speech therapist, which is completely different. So she is working on getting her mouth muscles to move to be able to make different sounds. So you are hearing different sounds. That is correct. But she's not saying words, if that makes sense. And she makes approximations. So yeah. Do you still get Abby's hearing checked? We have gotten Abby's hearing checked before because we thought she was deaf. We haven't gotten it recently because we haven't ever felt like there was a need to. But we don't know if Abigail will ever be able to speak. She has everything physically you need to speak. She has, but I don't know the technical way to say it. Like, hey, Summer. But in her brain, it's not working to.
Do you guys know Summer, right? Everybody say hi to Summer. Yeah, she's got all the components necessary, all the physical components necessary to speak. There are parts of her brain that do not connect properly to create words. Not saying that can never happen, and we're hopeful for it. But you also have to understand that when she makes a sound that sounds like mom.
Yeah.
There is no reason for her to say mom.
Right. When she's mad, she says mum.
If she said pretzel, then there would be, she's going to first say the things that are most important to her. A lot of children, like my first word was hot when I was a baby, because my parents would say hot, 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 and I repeated that. The reason why is because it pleased my parents, so I kept saying hot. That was the reinforcer that I was getting, was pleasing my parents. Abigail's reinforcer is going to most likely be food, so that'll probably be her first word. Will be something food. It'll probably, if she does talk, we hopefully that she does. But if she does, it'll probably be eat.
Yeah. Diets. So we have tried the gluten casein free diet for Abigail. Abigail does not have gut issues. She doesn't. We did it for an entire year, and she was 100% gluten casein free. So we tried that. It didn't work. It made her miserable.
Yeah.
And it was difficult, so we moved on. Some kids, it makes a world of difference for, but they have those gut issues and they go the biomedical way. We decided not to go that route because we did try it and it didn't work. Abby makes amazing eye contact, especially when she wants something.
Will her routine change when Isaiah goes to college? That's a good question.
We're all moving to college with Isaiah. That's what we've decided.
We're terrified of that day. Just,
She doesn't do well when he leaves for the summer.
That's her buddy.
Yeah, that's her best friend. Other than Summer. Summer's going to have to move in with us when Isaiah moves
Oh,
out.
good idea. Isaiah will be going to college. Summer will be out of college. You know, so that'd be good. You know,
Summer, you need to move to Jacksonville.
That's your plan, Summer. Your life plans. We just mapped it out.
She
for
said,
you.
"Okay." Screenshot that. We had another question in the
Save it.
$2 question.
I'm sorry. I was okay. Let me go down
Somewhere.
to super chat. Yeah.
Okay. I saw it.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Kayla, thank you, Kayla. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, does Abby like loud noises? Example, fire drills.
Abby's not affected by loud noises.
Right.
Like
Some she actually enjoys.
she grew up around motorcycles because we have the motorcycle repair shop. So she gets so excited when a motorcycle comes by. I'm very concerned she's gonna have like a motorcycle boyfriend or something.
I'm not concerned with that at all. It's not going to happen. Because I'm a motorcycle mechanic. I'll break his motorcycle and all his fingers one at a time. Okay.
So we're getting some of the same questions that we've already talked about. So I want you guys to wait till the end of this and then go back and watch it because we've answered some of these.
But they don't know what questions those are. They weren't here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They have to wait till the end and then go back and watch it.
All right. So, what are the chances of Abby ever talking? We just talked about that one.
We did talk about Abby and her living with us later on, so that's one you can go back and look at.
Yep, we did. How did the weight loss challenge? How did we do? We didn't talk about how we did.
Well, we don't know if we won yet.
Right, we don't know if we won. I lost 23 pounds, something like that. 22 pounds, 22 or 23. I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember
because I went down and I came back up just a little bit.
I know that's
that sucked. That really sucked. I hated going back up. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy, but but we're gonna keep going is the thing. We're gonna keep on this track. You lost almost 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep going and keep doing it and staying healthy. You know, it's not just the competition.
Abby's language device. So it's an iPad, and then we use Go Talk Now is the app that we use.
Have you ever thought of becoming a vegetarian? Mr. Vacation says.
No.
Nope.
So my dad is vegetarian. So when he comes to visit for a week, we're vegetarian. That's about as vegetarian as I'm getting. Go Talk Now is the...
Yeah, Go Talk Now. It's Go Talk is one word, and then Now. It is an iOS application, so it's only available on iPad, not on iPhone. Great app though, really really good.
Autism does not run in the family.
No, I have a second cousin with autism.
With Asperger's, right?
Well, yeah, autism.
Now it's autism.
Now it's autism. Yep, I have a second cousin with autism, and I got a bunch of weird people on my side of the family.
We are never getting a cat. Somebody asked, "Are we getting a cat?" We're hashtag no cat family.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not doing cats.
I'm gonna put the name of that app on here, guys. So
how is the CDC Plus working out and happy with the respite workers? We are so excited about our respite. We have two great ladies that come and help us with Abigail, and they're just coming up with innovative ways to keep her engaged. They take her to the pool and do fun stuff on Fridays. Miss Janet does art projects with her, which I think is awesome. And, they work with the ABA therapists on the days that I'm not here. And so that way they can work on the programs as well. So Miss Janet and Miss Paige have been amazing. And Abby loves when they come. So I'm excited.
I just put a link up there for the iTunes link for the application for Go Talk Now. You guys want to check that out, and I'll put that down in the video description at the end of the video for all you folks that are coming on later on, watching us after the live feed.
We were never exposed to autism before we had Abigail.
Right.
We didn't even know about autism. All we knew was Rain Man. So we've learned a lot in 10 years.
Yeah. Somebody asked earlier. I said bring on the heavy, so somebody asked earlier, and I did I did miss it. But they asked, they said, what do you, with a capital U, believe causes autism?
We might differ on this, right?
Okay, maybe. Let's try. Let me go first.
Yep. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I believe that there's a genetic predisposition to autism, and that there are environmental triggers. Those environmental triggers could be anything from diet to the place that you live in, whether it be the atmosphere, the house that you're in, something that some reaction to that, and I'm gonna say it. The big V word, or vaccinations. We know people with vaccine injuries, so we know children with vaccine injuries. But I do believe it's a genetic predisposition. I'm not saying that vaccines cause autism. I'm not saying that they don't cause autism. It's not a road I'm going down, people. But I believe that there has to be something, right? There has to be something,
Right.
some environmental trigger that is here now that wasn't here 50 years ago.
Right.
That's all there is to it. That's all I'm saying. Asa out.
So I don't feel like, I think that vaccine injuries are different than autism. That's what I think. And I agree with the whole environmental triggers and that kind of stuff. I believe that's true. But then I look at, they say more boys have autism than girls. Isaiah had the same vaccinations that Abby had, and he doesn't have autism. We do get Abby vaccinated. We pick and choose what we want to do, and we some we don't get, and then we choose when we want to do it.
Yeah.
So, but I am, our kids have never had the flu shot. It doesn't have anything to do with autism, though, that they haven't had the flu shot, because they didn't have the flu shot before we knew about autism.
Right. We don't put extra crap into their body.
Right. It's like, we look at it as there's so many different strands each year.
Other than Cinnamon Toast Crunch, we put that crap into their body.
Because that's what makes her happy. And if I can make her a little bit happy, then I'm giving her Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
So there was the vaccination video, that vaccinations and autism, where I took Abby to the doctor and I talked about it in that video, and there was definitely some backlash in that video. It was the idea was that, and I get it. It appeared that I'm like, stick needles in her all day long, rah. That's what the video made it look like, because she got shots in that video.
Right.
But she hadn't had shots in
like 4 years.
4 years. Somebody actually said, stop giving her immunizations and watch her improve. Like, well, she's the same as she was 4 years ago when,
right.
The last 4 years hasn't changed anything. So, we definitely pick and choose. We choose what they stick her with.
We have heard of Jenny McCarthy. We read her books. I read her books. You guys are doing the tough ones.
You guys are bringing the big ones. You're bringing the heat.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
you don't have.
you want me to do it? So I don't like false hope, and I think that when you use the word cure, you give a lot of parents false hope, and
Yes.
I think I'm happy for the outcome that she had with her child. I'm happy for the outcome that a lot of parents have with their children. And their life's improving and things getting better for them. But I know a lot of parents that have spent a lot of money on things that did not work.
Right.
And so I don't like the word cure. So PDX Nate says, I find myself thinking that Abby is faking the autism while I watch your videos. Did you guys ever have those thoughts when she was younger? No, but jokingly we have.
We're like, what if she could talk and she just.
What if she's faking it? Could you imagine, like, the whole time she's like writing a book, like, and then Dad said this, and then you won't believe what Isaiah wore tonight. Like, could you imagine if she? No, we've had that thought just jokingly, but yeah, just like the Truman Show, exactly. October Rain, thank you so much, October Rain. So what is the difference between Asperger's and autism? We have just been told our little nephew has Asperger's. Is Asperger's a form of autism? We are so new to all this, just learning. Um, well, it's a weird thing, like saying "Welcome to the club," you know. But
The difference between Asperger's and autism, I mean, I feel like.
I was talking about, you know, because
Oh.
they're all new to this.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's always a weird thing, like "Welcome to the club." Hey, hey, more parents. No, it's a long road, but you can do it. That's that's the biggest thing. Yeah, Asperger's is now, what do they even call it? Like level 1, 2, 3. Like,
I have no idea.
so Asperger's is obviously higher functioning, but yes, Asperger's is autism. It's a it's a neurological thing. You have sensory processing disorder going on there. There's social issues. It is. I don't want to use the word less or more mild. I don't like
They
that.
say the internet says that Asperger's doesn't have developmental delays and autism does.
True.
I think it's more social.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Maybe some of our people with Asperger's can help us
Sure,
out because
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have Asperger's and that's not our life.
That'd be a good resource. I know that, I don't know. It's definitely not like the savant thing. So somebody asked earlier if Abigail has skills. Like she doesn't have any savant type. That's a very, very low percentage of people with autism that have savant-like skills. However, people that were once diagnosed with Asperger's, even though they got rid of that, now they're just calling them autistic, high-functioning autism.
Savant is a totally different thing.
Yeah. Savant is absolutely different. But now, I know a lot of people with Asperger's that are extremely intelligent, really high level of intelligence. So, but I don't know, you guys that were actually diagnosed with it, why don't you speak up, because you would know way better than we would.
Yeah, it's more social.
Yeah.
And sensory. Somebody just asked about Isaiah. Did he ever have issues when he was younger with Abigail getting more attention? We have always tried to make it a point to make sure that each child gets their alone time, whether it be with one parent or both parents. So he honestly, I don't think he's ever felt that because we've always made that important in our family. So we are Christian.
I've got a good one here.
Okay.
Robin says, how does your family accept Abby?
Like our extended family?
I have a daughter with Down syndrome and nonverbal autism. My family treats her so different than other kids in the family. What do you do if this happens?
We have been very blessed.
We have, but I can say that Abigail is, I don't want to use the word treated as a negative word. She is treated differently by extended family because of
she's babied,
but it's not on a not in a bad way. If you are experiencing that in a bad way, I'm so sorry, but that we haven't had that, but definitely different. She's definitely treated different than the other grandchildren. I mean, there's not, it's a hard thing to work around.
It's just never been a negative thing for us.
Right. There are some times where we're like, I wish she would be included in this or.
Well, like Isaiah gets to go visit grandparents, and
Yeah.
Abby can't do that, and that's hard. So that would be one way. But it's not that they don't want to have Abby. But could you imagine sending Abby to one of our parents for a week?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, grandparents, we're sending Abby.
They'd be like, don't call again. Don't ever call me. Hal Castle, thank you very much, Hal Castle. We appreciate the super chat. Hal Castle, so what's your view on supported living as your daughter gets older? It helped me massively as I progress through higher education. Would you think that would be an option? I don't know what that is. Supported living. I don't.
Is that like living in a assisted living facility like your brother did?
Possibly.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll keep watching if you want to fill me in here, Hal Castle, and then I'll give you my answer if you want to.
Assisted living.
Okay. Yeah, we have definitely. If that's what it is, assisted living, is that what you saw?
I don't know that was from the person, but that's what somebody else said.
Okay. Yes, it is assisted living. They said okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, we have. That's definitely something on our radar. Like it's
if we need that,
right?
Our goal, like we said at the beginning, is to have her live. Like if we could have a house and then have an in-law suite or like an apartment behind us, that would be amazing. And we could have her caregivers go there directly, then that would be our first go-to.
Mhm.
If we get older and we need Abigail to go into an assisted living place, her school is working on building a place like that. So,
Yeah, definitely an option. It depends. It depends on what what she likes better. So
right.
oh, I keep scrolling. Jimmy asks, is Abby capable of supported employment when she is older and does at her school? She learned the does at her school she learned the 4 subjects and take modified standardized tests like in most states. Will she find a job by any chance? So Jimmy, good question. There are a couple of job opportunities as Abigail gets older and she's able to fill those job opportunities. They have the kids work outside of the school. Publix is one place. Mattio's Pizza is another place that they work
Outback
at.
Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse. And then they actually started their own company at the school called Spectrum Shredding. They shred paper for companies.
They shred like their documents.
Yeah.
And then they also have their garden that they're doing.
Right.
And so they have a farmer's market.
Yeah, the parents can buy vegetables and stuff from the farmers market when they do their harvest, which has got to be the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Abby's favorite things to eat and play with. So you know those little what are those things called? You like push the button and they spin around, and they have all different kinds. Like they might have a globe on top, or like they have things that actually spin and they have lights. She loves those. Any sensory type toys. Of course, her favorite to eat are popcorn and gummy bears and
Yep.
any candy. She loves candy.
Have you guys seen the new show, The Good Doctor? Shoot, I lost the question. I scrolled too fast. I think it said. I didn't see that comment.
Yes, pretzels.
Yeah, I think it said, did we see it and like it? We enjoyed it. It's good television.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously you're not going to put a show on TV that shows like real autism, but it was fun. It was fun to watch. Oh shoot! It comes on tonight, doesn't it?
It came on last night. We have to watch the next episode.
Crud. Okay.
We watched Atypical. I wasn't a huge fan of Atypical. I don't know. I think they tried too hard, and I think they
pushed way too much.
I just didn't like it.
Yep.
It didn't make it real to me. Abby's favorite movie would probably be Happy Feet. She likes any movies that the animals sing. I don't know.
Yeah, musicals, anything like that.
Yes. Somebody else said it was fake. It was. It seemed
Yeah,
fake.
it's really fake. I was wondering if kids at Abby's, Autumn says, I was wondering if kids at Abby's school like to do work with her because I love to do this inside and out of school. I'd like to work with her. I'm not sure what that question means. If kids at Abby's school like to work with her. I don't know. Elaborate a little bit there, Autumn. Now, there are kids that come into the school, young people like Isaiah.
Like typical kids.
Yep, that come into the school and work. And there are some very social children at that school that attend that school. So there are some kids that absolutely love Abigail, for sure. Teddy Bear asked, do you view autism as a mental illness? Do you have a family history of mental illness? No.
No.
We do not.
We don't.
Thank you for the super chat.
We
Teddy
don't
Bear.
view it as a mental illness either. No. It's a neurological disorder.
Neither one. Neither one in both. Steph said, I'd love advice on how to tell our older kids about our two-year-old son's diagnosis. They're starting to notice certain things, and I think it's time. Steph, how old are your older ones? Would be my first question. Let me know. Then we can better answer that
Do
question.
you ever feel like giving up? No.
Nope.
I mean, it's just like any child. I've never felt like giving up.
There are times that I feel like screaming. There's times I feel like, putting my fist through a wall just because I'm so stressed. But and not like dealing with Abby. This is like
This is just life.
life with everything. Oh my gosh, when we went to court against the school system, against the
That was
against
harder
Abigail's,
than any autism day.
that was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life, and that was but it's all part of autism. So yeah, but even then, like that's the hardest thing we've ever done. But even then, I didn't feel like giving up.
We do not go to therapy or counseling. We've never felt like we needed to. I think if you need it, I think that's great. We've just never felt like that.
I'm still looking for a response from Steph Murray.
What is Isaiah going to college for? He doesn't really know yet. He wants to do something in the autism field. What is the 6, 8, and 9 thing that keeps popping up?
Okay, I'm gonna answer this question, Steph. With or without the she said 6, 8, and 9. We're stupid. The kids are 6, 8, and 9.
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Good looking out. You could have said more than 6, 8, 9. I'm thinking.
I'm like, why do these people keep putting 6, 8, 9? Can you block them?
I'm over here thinking, why was 5 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I was like, what? Is that a joke? I don't get. Oh, I'm sorry.
my
I'm
goodness.
sorry. Wow.
Whew.
Wow. Okay.
It's
so,
almost 10 o'clock, guys.
yeah, though that's a tough age to explain that to.
Lottery
Older
numbers.
kids are easier. Younger kids just kind of grow up with it. With Isaiah was 3 when Abigail was born, so he always knew Abby as Abby. Abby had y'all are still laughing at us. Thanks. Abby had infantile autism, so it was always a known thing. So let's see. There's a book. There is a book on Amazon. I'm gonna find that link. I'm gonna share that link with you. But there's a book that you didn't need to check about explaining autism to young kids. It's a really good book. It's like a book you can read with your kid.
7, 9, 10, heads up. Bad jokes.
Yeah, y'all funny. But you need to make it part of your world, part of your whole world. Definitely don't keep it like a secret or hint about it or anything like that. It's going to be a lifetime thing, a lifelong thing. So, any ideas there? That's so tough.
I know.
We didn't experience that, so
We didn't, because that's all Isaiah's ever known. Because he was the older sibling. Oh.
the superhero brain book. Yeah, somebody just commented that. There you go. Somebody said, "What's the money for?" That question always comes up. That is that's super chat. It's basically people, they're like, "Hey, we support you guys,"
yeah.
and then their question sticks at the top. So it's like, here's $2. Answer my question. That's basically what that is.
Has Abby ever gotten bullied? She has not. We've talked about this before. She's never been in this situation to get bullied. She attends a special needs school. So, the minion mic. They want to see the minion mic.
Oh. You gotta hand me the glasses. I moved them earlier.
So she's never gotten bullied. Oh, I'm sorry, Maverick.
Oh, forgot he was in here. Hey, bud.
You guys always ask about Maverick. It's because he's so quiet.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. Come here.
We're not using the mini mic tonight, but here's the.
Come here.
Isn't that awesome?
There
Banana.
he is.
Yeah, that's right, Neil. Banana.
Come here, Maverick. Come here. Hey, buddy.
Neil asked.
I want to see you.
Neil K. Asked earlier if there's anything that we regret not doing.
Like as far as what?
I don't know. Is there anything you regret not doing?
No.
We got married really young, so we've always had that. We've had a lifetime of oh, we didn't get to do this, we didn't get to do that, we didn't get that,
But we've decided that because we got married young, we're going to do everything when we're older.
Like date other people? That's weird.
No.
Oh, you mean like party?
Wow, you went down the way different road than I did. Is anybody looking for a
Oh,
mate?
Sorry. No. Sorry,
So
I'm blocking people. I'm busy doing that, by the way. Okay. Sorry. No, I mean, yeah, she's right. So we plan on doing stuff later on, like when we're,
Maverick.
when we're older, we're gonna have our retirement much sooner.
He's all yours, Priscilla. hair's
Sitting in
all
the doghouse
falling
tonight. Well, that's why I was like, we went straight from like, hey, you wanna go out on a date, and like, let's get married, woo, like immediately. So
Why are you blocking people? There's people that say inappropriate things. There's trolls.
Yeah.
So he has to keep blocking them.
one person keeps saying you're fat, which is like, ooh, Captain Obvious, you want a cape? Jeez.
You should have seen us 2 months ago.
Come on.
We were fatter.
Come on, troll, do better than that. If you're gonna troll, please be good at it. If you're gonna do anything, people, be the best at it. If you're gonna call me fat, be creative.
We were 19 when we got married.
Yep.
Yep. Nice hairstyle. I know my hair is like going crazy. Captain Obvious. Okay, what's another question?
All right, here we go. Hang on. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling again. I keep losing them. Prospective colleges for Isaiah. That's a good one.
Okay, so Isaiah does not want to stay in Florida. We're not Florida residents. Like, we're not from here. We've lived here for oh my gosh, we've lived here almost 12 years. But he doesn't want to stay here because he wants cooler weather. I don't blame him. And he wants seasons, and he likes the mountains. So his two prospect, just throwing names out there, he decided Vanderbilt and Appalachian State. I'm sure we're gonna start looking next summer. We will start going on tours and trying to decide where he wants to go.
Oh, it's me. Cat said you were babies talking about when we got married. Isaiah in 4 years. Can you picture him marrying then?
No, I would kill him.
Why would you say a thing like that? It's so terrible. Oh no, I can't imagine that.
We're starting early because I'm a planner. Isaiah and Ace are not. They're procrastinators. But I'm a planner, so I need to know. And because we have to travel, we have to figure out like respite for Abigail. And because when we go to colleges, I don't know that Abby wants to go on tours with us. So it's a lot of planning that takes place. So that's why we have to start early.
Cody Walsh has commented this a couple times about trying a low glutamate diet.
Uh-huh.
And we have not tried one for Abigail. And I really don't know much about it, but I will check that out, Cody. Thank you for that information. But Cody said that new research shows that low glutamate diets can relieve overstimulation symptoms in autistic people. And Abigail definitely has some overstimulation issues. So thank you, Cody. I will make a note of that, and we'll check that out. Let's see. Okay, so a couple people have asked what we're going to do when Abigail gets older. Make sure you watch the beginning of the video because we talk about it extensively. Then that was at the very beginning. All right. Community college. Not community college.
Where
we could send him to
besides
community
Florida?
College here because then he could stay home with us.
Yeah. We lived, let's see. When we first got married, we lived in Virginia. Then we moved to Oregon. Then we moved to North Carolina. And then here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
I was born in Alaska.
I was born in South Carolina, but then I lived in Cuba.
We've been all over we've been all over the map.
We can't tell how we met. We keep telling them we're gonna do that.
I know. And we even did a video a little while back.
I know.
Like, just wait, we're gonna the next video, and we didn't do it, so we couldn't do it.
What states are those two colleges located? One is in North Carolina and one is in Tennessee.
Rose said that she loves the shirts that I wear, and I appreciate that because they're super dorky dad shirts, and
they are. Do I have an accent? Somebody said I have an accent, a real Southern belle.
You do have a little bit of an accent.
That's too funny.
Let's see here. Palin TV. Do you worry about how Abby may be affected if you become YouTube famous? Do you worry about fans coming to the house, etc.? You know, fans go to every YouTuber's house, and it's deemed inappropriate. You know, it does happen. I know that it happens. You see all the big YouTubers. I'm talking the big guys. They talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can look up where people live. You can find it on the internet. You can look up famous people. I mean, and find out whether famous YouTubers. It's not something that that we worry about right now because it's not a reality for us right now. If it does become a reality where it's too much, then I've had. Should I tell my stories? I've had a couple people call me.
Yeah.
Somebody was able to capture. I don't know how they had to be working, but they were able to capture the phone numbers off of Abigail's her wristband that she wears, her road ID that she wears for safety, and they called me at like 7:00 in the morning. So that happened. Today I got a phone call, and you guys, you got to realize too, I'm so very appreciative, so very appreciative. I got a phone call today at work. And but they just want to tell me that they love our channel, and I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate that. But there's always, I guess there's a time and place for everything.
The one girl though said, "I just wanted to let you know your phone number had been leaked."
Had been leaked.
Oh, like we were legit.
Like,
our phone number's
famous.
been leaked.
Phone number's been so funny, so funny.
Or you just looked it up.
Yeah, or you just screenshotted it and called me. But that's definitely something. That's a good question. That's definitely something that we've thought about, but it's not something that we're worried about right now.
I have been to Canada.
I have been to Canada.
Oh yeah.
I love Canada. I absolutely love Canada. I've been to touristy Canada though. I haven't been to like real Canada. Zach asked if we have sunglasses. Yes, left. Yes, we have sunglasses left. We do. I've got a big order going out tomorrow. Tomorrow, and another one on Thursday. Got big orders going out.
Anything else?
I'm looking.
Awkward silence.
Mm.
Do you like spicy food, Asa?
Somebody needs to we've got some Australian fans out there. Somebody needs to invite us to Australia.
They have a Surfers for Autism event in Australia.
True.
The sunglasses are $20 a piece.
$20. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Real bamboo on the sides, and little puzzle piece logo. Can't beat it.
Abby's birthday is May 12th. Her school is paid for with insurance and scholarships. It is an expensive school, but you're able to pay. Florida has the Florida McKay Scholarship.
Mm-hmm. So
any student that has special needs that spent at least a year in the public school system can qualify for the McKay Scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
So Abby gets money from that.
Right. Yeah, that comes through multiple channels. Like different kids at the school, they use many resources.
Yeah.
Some parents even raise money to have their kids in school because it's expensive. It is they're nonprofit, but you have salaries of people that they have of people with doctorate's degrees and master's degrees. So it's
and then at home, her therapy is covered. Here in Florida, they have a program called the Florida Med Waiver, and it's not income based, and that is how her therapy and respite is covered. And so it's based on the needs of the child. We were on a waiting list for 7 years, but once you get on that, once you start receiving services, you're always on there. So so that's a really good program as well.
Yep.
So Florida has really good options for our kids. How do you learn to trust? We had a caregiver. We had a caregiver that was neglectful to Abigail. She never did anything physically, but she neglected her, and it took us a while to trust. I highly recommend cameras. If someone wants to work in my house, then they need to be okay with cameras. If not, they don't need to be here. It's my house, and I will put cameras up. So we're very cautious now, and we also, if you have, like, we've had Isaiah, and so he is able to help out with making sure things are going right. Yes, we do get the money from Super Chat.
Yep. YouTube always gets their little cut, of course.
How is the cameras at school working? We actually have an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah.
We get to go and watch Abigail in the classroom, so we're super excited about that.
Yeah, we are.
We'll
Put that in the vlog. We can't show the
can't-
cameras, but
right.
Because there's other kids in the class, but we'll definitely get that in the vlog for tomorrow.
Yeah. Abby's school doesn't only teach behavior; they have academic classes as well. Abby's more on a pre-vocational track, life skills. We decided to do that once she hit a middle school age because that's more important to me than her knowing the continents and that kind of stuff. Can you explain Abby's car seat?
Can I explain Abby's car seat?
Just so everybody knows, Abby doesn't legally have to be in a car seat. But Abby won't sit in a car seat like a regular seat.
She's 108
pounds.
8 pounds. She's 5'1", and she's 12. So she's actually taller and bigger than one of her previous ABA therapists, which is hilarious. But yeah, so she's very small, adult size. The safety issue with her car seat is because she'll climb out of a regular seatbelt and climb all over the car while you're driving down the highway.
Right.
And that is the dangerous part of it, obviously. Abigail's car seat is I'm sorry, I just read Neil said bigger than my mother-in-law. All I saw was mother-in-law first. It made me laugh. I don't know why. I don't know why mother-in-law was that. But yeah, the harness is ideal. We're waiting for that. The car seat is a Britax car seat. It had one of those little, real thin, like chintzy little pads that they put over it, and that got destroyed. So that's what it is. Yeah, it's a special needs. It's basically just a giant car seat, is all it is.
Go back down. I saw a question I wanted to answer. Keep going. Do y'all consider yourself helicopter parents? Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
We're the biggest helicopter parents you'll ever see with Isaiah and Abigail. And Isaiah knows that. I check his cell phone on a regular basis to make sure that he is being the young, nice gentleman that I'm trying to raise. So, yes, we are helicopter parents. What do you think of the Angel Sense tracker?
Hi, Rachel Lynn. Thank you so much.
Aw.
The Angel Sense tracker, there has not. It's kind of sad, but we haven't.
We don't have it in this area.
Well, right, but there's also not, like, as far as like a personal GPS tracker. They make better ones for dogs than they do for kids.
Yeah.
I've actually looked and tried to see, like, okay, can I pass this off? Can I put this on a watch band or something? Like a dog one. Try to find one that I could put on a watch band that I could track her with. If something happened, and
a lot of them, they don't make waterproof. Why would you not make?
Which is just crazy.
That's crazy to
me.
Like
autism, water, duh, but they're not waterproof, or they're like Bluetooth instead of GPS, and so they're only proximity, so they get out of range of you, then they go off. Well, that doesn't help if she wanders away while she's at school, and we have to go track her. So, I don't. Angel Sense was the one that went through the cops, though, right? Wasn't that the one? The police force? There was another one that they had that was in the area, and then it left the area. And that one you had to go through the police with that one. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to rely on somebody else on whether they can track my kid via GPS. I want it on my phone. Somebody needs to come up with that. So yeah, we've used Find My iPhone, put a SIM card in her phone that she uses for music, and we've used Find My iPhone when we were tracking her caregiver that went askew.
We've got a couple.
Palin TV again. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. We really appreciate it. Oh, and this is a good question. You mentioned that you and Isaiah wanted a drone. Isaiah is a particular one that you're interested in. Sorry, tech talk, not autism related. Totally fine. I love tech talk. I want the Mavic. I do. I want the
You want to buy it for
DJI.
him for his birthday?
I want the DJI Mavic. Chances are by the time I get one, they'll have like the Mavic 2 out. So
Oh, somebody just bought some sunglasses.
it might be even better. Melanie Singh, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
we really
thank you guys.
We really do. Well, good.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready for bed.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys so much once
Thank
again.
you. I'm so glad y'all jumped on.
Yeah, if you have more questions, I'm gonna be finishing this up. I gotta do all the polishing and stuff like that on the video while it's uploading. So if you have more questions, let us know down in the comments. All these are gonna go away. Okay, all the live chat goes away. So don't post your questions here. You got to post your questions down in the comments of this video once it uploads. So give it like 15 minutes, and it'll be up there, and then you can ask your questions, and we'll go through and answer some of those. So, but thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
For joining
we love
us.
you guys.
We appreciate it.
Bye.
Good night.